Have you ever made predictions of the future? How have you done? I don't know. Like a lot of times I watch people that are on the internet, they're talking about the future, and usually it's not good, folks. It's not good. So the people in France here in around 1910, they predicted the future, and their future looked a little better than what we imagine, I think. And I think we can learn a little lesson from them. So here is hearing the newspaper. So this is what this gentleman here, he's all dressed so nice, and he's got his little slippers on the rocking chair. And here they have the Gazette is going, and what is that called? I mean, I'm forgetting the word for this. Is like a Victrola or something. And tell me what it is in the comments. And here's this lady. She's so proper. This is his wife, maybe, and she's got tea for him. And he's gonna listen to the newspaper. So, do we have that? Would you say yes? Do we have that? I know that there are websites you can go on now that will have somebody read it to you, text to speech, and you can listen to them read the news for you. And maybe there are podcasts that do this. So would you vote this as a yes, that this has happened? Can you have your newspaper read to you? Is this an accurate prediction? Let me know in the comments. Okay. Oh, I like this one. So here are auto roller car shoes. So you think of rollerblades, and here's the wheels. And these women over here are dressed, the old fashioned way. But here are these women. They're the sports women. And they're going around, and they have these like little rockets on the back of their shoes. And this gentleman is taking around. And of course, a woman going out, she'd have her hat on, keep her face all shaded. And I did look this up, and I'm going to say this is accurate because I saw on Amazon that they do have this and that you can get this. But this guy, he's not so sure about it. One thing that they have wrong, they'd have to be wearing helmets. All right, this one here is the newfangled barber. And you would sit in this chair and you see the little robot arms coming out. Now, this would have been helpful during the pandemic because nobody wanted to be touched and things like that. And everyone at home was just watching YouTube videos on how to cut your own hair. Did any of you cut your own hair during the pandemic? I cut my own hair. Little thing about me is that I also sell wigs, or I have in the past. So I was cutting wigs, and it was a lot of fun to learn how to cut wigs. If you make a mistake, they do not grow back. I just want you to know that. I learned that the hard way. And so, what do you think of this? I mean, I think of cartoons where like these hands would come out and like smack you in the face or something like this. And there is a need for barber. I like that because the barber's not fired or anything, because here he is and he's going to work this really nice. I feel like let down that we don't have things like this, but I feel like we could have like AI. You go in like 10 years, you could sit somewhere and it could be done for you. I mean, they're talking about surgeries. I also saw something on Dragon's Den, which is like Shark Tank, but in England. And they had this, it was like robot arms. So, like a chef could cook a meal and pick up things, and he would be picking up things that would be across another state or another country or another city. And he could cook dinner. This famous chef could cook dinner for the people in that restaurant. So you felt like you were getting a celebrity chef, and the person on the show did get an investment. So maybe you could have a really great barber, and he would then be able to cut your hair, but from a million miles away. Would you trust it? Let me know in the comments. Okay, here I'm not sure what's happening. This looks like the past. This doesn't even look like anything from the future. So I don't even see anything so fancy here. Looks like people are flying around, and maybe flying cars here. And they're like, which way to the flying car? Do we have, I've seen videos on YouTube where people are flying. So I think there is something where they can fly. So I think I would say that is a yes on this prediction. But if I walk out onto the highway or whatever, I don't see people flying around. So what's up with that? Why isn't this happen? Is it because we're so crazy drivers? They're like, we could have it, but we can't let these people have it. Okay, what's this? So here you see they're watching. This is communication, like telephone type. and this is how they would be communicating in the future, I would vote this as a yes, because we are having that with our screens and FaceTime, and everybody is able to talk to each other this way. However, I thought we would have holograms by now. I thought that I wanted to visit with you, and like, so the whole like metaverse is coming out where we're all gonna go and be like avatars of ourselves. I thought by now that I could have a visit with a virtual friend and they just be sitting there. So when is that going to happen? Are we even close to anything like that? Would you like that? Or do you feel like we'd never get out of the house again? So here he is talking. I'm not so sure. Oh, divers on horseback. So this is, I don't know what to say about this. They're going to be taming in the future. And this time, by now, we would have tamed the seahorses and we could have just gone around riding on the seahorses. I'm going to vote this one as no, no, no. This did not happen. Okay, what's this here? So here's the maid, and she has this cleaner here. I don't know if that's a robot or not. Is that supposed to be a robot? Let me know in the comments if that's supposed to be a robot. And here she has the broom and like the mop. And so we do have, what is it, Roomba? Or it's the vacuum that just turns on. And so I'm going to say that this is a yes. This was a good prediction. Electric scrubbing. However, we're still using those things. We're still using brooms. We're still using mops. It's like the main thing is like we still trying to figure out those basics. Like I like to watch Shark Tank if you haven't noticed, and they have like something that can scrape the floor and help you clean it up faster. And it's like we're still fixing that basic invention, yet at the same time we have these like really 21st or 22nd century inventions that why are we still mopping? Why are we still doing this when like the robot should be able to do it all by now? And this one, they're getting on a train. I think they're about to take off into space here or something like this. So I think that would be pretty cool. Meanwhile, like Amtrak's still improving. So I don't know about that one. This architect he's sitting here and he's pressing all the buttons and all the machines are building the house. I would say yes on that one. I would say yes. I'm not sure about this one. Here we are, and they're fishing for seagulls. And I mean, I think we could do this. I think this prediction would be good, but why? Why would we be doing this? Seagulls are so annoying. Sorry about that, but why would we be fishing for them? I mean, are we this hungry that we need seagulls? I don't know. Would you like to go out with the guys and go fishing for seagulls? Let me know. And then this one is aviation police up because they're flying around and then they're like, hey, stop there with it. And here he has this bat. It's nice to know in the future they're not gonna have anything too violent. They're just having the bat. And he's like, I'm gonna bop you on the head and you can land in France. And these look like little paper airplanes. I don't think that this would stay up. I mean, this looks like something you would get at the five and dime store here and put together or Dollar Tree. So yes, you can fly around town, but is there aviation police? I guess there's aviation police, but they don't walk around, and he's just flying with his wings. So if you'd like to see more of these, let me know. I love the nostalgia. I love learning from that time, because if you just look at a history book, yes, that's probably more accurate. But it's good to see it from this time so you can get an idea of the sociology and get an idea of the culture of the people. I thank you so much for joining me. I'm Mrs. H, and this is Nostalgia.